Hello everyone, coming on live here in Intuitive Angel Messages. And I'm going to be talking about the galactic energies surrounding Earth and why are they here. That is the mystery after all, isn't it? And I've always been really interested in this kind of stuff because, you know, growing up, I was like, there has to be something more to this reality than just, you know, what we see. There has to be something more than this. And that's why I like looking at the grand scheme of things sometimes, the bigger picture, like what's actually happening. Why is, you know, what's actually happening behind the scenes, and the grander scheme of things, and why there's a lot of different things that we don't know of that are happening, and that a lot of spiritual people, including me, get caught up in what's happening here on the ground floor, you know, with what happens with the ETs here and things like that, but they don't look at the grand scheme of things and the meaning behind it all, and the whole purpose behind what Source is trying to do here on Earth, and what we're a part of too. We are a part of this, you know, energy, you know, surrounding the Earth. Like, we are a part of this because we made an agreement before coming in here to be a part of this experience and to collaborate with these energies, and that's really cool. And of course, there's always free will involved with humans on Earth, but there's also a lot of other things going on. You know, a lot of divine intervention and things going on that do, you know, kind of not control. I wouldn't say control the narrative, but kind of shove the narrative in a certain way, because like for a long time on Earth, the Earth was going in a certain direction, and it couldn't keep going on in that direction anymore. So many souls kept coming in, you know, with certain agreements to change things here. And a lot of these energies around the Earth are helping us do that, you know, with the new Earth grid and shifting to more of a high vibrational space and a new Earth energy, which is really cool. Hey everyone, I see most of you coming in here. Yes, and before I start, I do have a YouTube channel. It's my name, Paul Milgis. You can go check that out, and I'm posting a lot of really cool new content there, and I'm really excited, you know, for new things that I'm going to be doing in the future. I just finished up a course with Kristen Davies and Beth Odom, and it was really exciting. And we have a 102 course coming up too, and that's going to be really awesome. And I'm excited about that as well. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and talk just a little bit more about, you know, why are they here? That's the big question, isn't it? Why are all these energies around Earth? And I'm going to talk about, like, what are the energies around Earth? Because, you know, sometimes we get confused about, I was just going to try to show a little bit more clarity. Of course, I don't know. Can't name every single energy around the Earth, but I can give a general, you know, consensus of what, you know, what is around the Earth. And first of all, I would like to say there are, like, very expansive type of beings. People call them different names. There's many different names for them. You can call them life architects or different types of beings. And these beings, they help, you know, shifting the energies of planets. They help with, you know, creating planets. These are very, very expansive beings. And I've always had this feeling, ever since I awakened, that there's a lot of them here around the Earth right now. These very, very, like, huge, expansive beings that were sent here by Source. And also, I get a big yes on, you know, the type of galactic energies in terms of, like, tall whites and extraterrestrial energies. And these type of energies are very, very high dimensional. Like, you can't even imagine how high dimensional these energies are in, like, the 13th dimension and higher. And these are all helping to, you know, surround the Earth, because the Earth really needs it right now. And also, what these energies have done is, you know, we have things here we do on Earth, like we have wars and different things like that. And these beings help, keep the peace in terms of they're not going to let everyone, die here on the earth and the whole earth explode. Of course, there is free will involved. Of course, there is. But these energies are watching over us and making sure that doesn't happen. And there's greater forces at play than just, oh, there's some negative energy here on earth and running a rampant or something. There's a much bigger grand scheme of things, and a lot of times there's a purpose for this type of energy here on earth, this negative type of energy. It's like the duality, and working through that energy until we get into a better feeling place. Or it's a lot of the older energy coming up to the surface and releasing, which is really exciting. Yep, I believe there is infinite dimensions, Kelly. That's what I believe. Like, for example, our higher selves are very, very high, dimensional. Like, our souls are very, very high dimensional, and that's why we can't house 100% of our soul in our vessel, because we would freak out. That's also why we can't interact with super, super high dimensional beings right in front of us. Like, why they can't appear in physical form right in front of us, because we physically couldn't handle it. Our bodies couldn't handle the light energy coming from that vessel. And it would be very intense. That's one of the main reasons why the ETs don't show up in physical form all that much. And they probably will, in the New Earth, which is really cool. But that's also a really cool thing. But yeah, I've already talked about a little bit of why they're here. If in the comments, if you have any additions of what you want to say about this, go ahead, of why are these energies here. And that's always been really cool. And there's always been this energy of duality on earth and free will, and almost like a kind of like a free-for-all in general. And I feel like moving forward it's going to be different here on earth, which is really exciting, because you can only live for so long in that type of energy, that this duality, this constant tension against each other all the time. That's part of the earth experience, and that's a good thing, but there's healthier ways to go about that, and there's healthier ways to grow here on earth. There's more higher dimensional ways to grow as souls on earth, because it did play its part. But on earth, I feel like we're shifting into a different type of energy that is going to allow us to grow in a different type of way. And it's going to be more light-filled. And it's almost like if you're raising a kid, there can be turmoil in that kid's life, and that can, shape them into who they are and make them grow as a better person. But there's also more higher dimensional ways of doing that, allowing that kid to grow into an adult, instead of just, hounding it with, negative experiences or things like that. It's just going to be a bit different here on the earth in the future, which is really cool. But that's probably coming a little further down the road. Yeah, I was trying to see what type of energy was going to come in today, but my angelic team didn't even tell me. They were just kind of like, they're just going to let it be a surprise. But I have a feeling that it's going to be like a representative or an energy that is representing the whole, or the collective energy or galactic energy that is surrounding Earth, which is pretty awesome. And what I was going to talk a little bit about is a lot of these energies that are around Earth and that are helping hold this energy around Earth. And it feels, a lot of times when I tap into it, it feels like a lot of love energy, holding that love energy. And all of us can tap into that energy, and it feels like the energy that love has won. It is winning, or has already won on Earth, and we don't need to worry about anything. That's the energy that I really get from this type of energy. And one last thing I was going to talk about until I get into channeling this energy that is coming, I feel it kind of coming in a little bit, and before the channeling as well, is that these higher dimensional ET energies, they do help hold this energy around the earth, and they help look over types of soul groups. Like for example, I've been a blue avian, and there's a very high dimensional blue avian looking over these my soul groups, and there's also many of them, you know, around the earth, surrounding the earth, and looking over different types of soul groups. And I feel like it's all kind of a part of a big plan. It's called the divine plan, or the divine intervention, and it's everything's working in synchronicity together and in very high dimensional areas, so and very multidimensional, so we can't even fully comprehend it. There's no really way our human brains can fully comprehend it. You might think you can, but I think that's kind of a trap to say, oh, I know everything. But at the same time, it is very multidimensional and really cool. Okay. And if any of you have any questions before we go into this, let me know. And I'm probably going to go ahead and start channeling the energy that is coming forth. And that's going to be really exciting. Would it be too intense even in the dream state? I would say, well, in the dream state, it's not necessarily physical form, so I don't think that, or even if they were to come in at physical form, that's an interesting question. Like if we're like astral projecting or something as a soul, I feel like we could handle their energies more, you know, the ET energies, and it won't affect us as much. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and tap into this energy and feel what it feels like. I do feel it more as like a collection of energies, that is representing the whole. I feel them like greeting everyone in some type of way. And I feel lots of, you know, a lot of peace and in general. They want to start off by saying a lot of the energy that they have here around the earth, one of the reasons it's here is meant to bring many things up to the surface. It's almost like they're saying you can't move from here to here like instantly. It has to be like a gradual process, or like a purging of energy from the earth. It can't just go from, oh, we're a bit here, and then we go up to really high vibrational, like it's a new earth, you know. Especially for humans, it takes us, you know, time. I feel like a strong presence of like almost like a holding of like a groundedness in terms of just being in a space of allowing, of peace, and just of knowing that everything's going to be okay. And they want us to hold this energy for Earth, for the Earth. And I'm also getting a sense that the Earth has already shifted much more than how humans have already shifted today. And the same thing with animals. They don't hold on to the past experiences, the past energy, the karmic cycles here on Earth. It's they're able to just go with the flow and in the moment more. There's a lot of people that are kind of resisting almost this new old against the new, and like, oh, where's it gonna go? And it's a lot of it's fear of like where the world is going, what's going to happen. Yes, Sylvia, I'm feeling that they're just mainly a collection of energies that are representing a whole energy, the collective energy around the Earth, the galactic energy. And if you guys have any questions that are for this energy that will help the betterment of others, or if you have any personal questions, relating to this type of topic, go ahead. And yeah. It's very, it's pretty intense. They're talking about the reason why they're here is the same reason that we're here. So there's a lot of the same reasons that we're here. So that the reason that we chose to come here and to incarnate here. It's a very similar reason to why they're here. To shift things, to be in the space of an allowance, to learn to grow. Almost learning also that we are the creators of our reality. That is very important for us as well. And that's one of the reasons why we incarnate over and over and over again is to get that better each time. Oh, we are the creators of the reality that we create here on Earth, and we have that free will to do so. And I've heard the angels say this to me before, but also they don't necessarily want us to worry about things that we've done in the past or the karmic cycles of things. They say if we need to release any of this type of energy, just go with the flow and let go. And with this new energy that's here on Earth, we don't need to keep releasing and keep going down into the depths and doing the shadow work and looking at the negative energy and continuing to release it. It just automatically releases because of the energy that is coming here on Earth. As we raise in frequency, it's automatically going to release from our vessels, and which is really awesome. So they're shifting directions, and they want me to talk about shifting into the heart chakra and how important that is for us here on Earth. And that many people don't, understand this. And a sense of going within and it connecting with your emotions, your heart chakra. Asking why you do certain things. What is the reason of you doing some things? Why do I work this job? Why do I do this? Do I love what I'm doing? she's saying many people are asking themselves this. Are asking themselves, what do I want? What do I want in here? What is that? You know, how do I want to go inside and, you know, listen to who I really am? Do I want to find things within myself? Do I want to find answers within myself? They're saying like this is where humanity's, you know, heading to. This is where it's leading. And you can even see that, you know, with the labor shortages that are happening right now. People don't want to work these crap jobs anymore. They just suck. And they're not making people feel good. I don't feel them saying much more, but I'm going to channel like one last final message from them, and that'll be cool. Unless you guys have any questions for this galactic energy, let me know, and I'll answer those, and then I'll go ahead and sign off after the this last thing that they're going to say. They're reiterating holding that space. A lot of this energy, like one of the main, you know, energy that I feel with these galactic energies that are surrounding Earth, is that they're holding a space for us. That's one of the main reason that they're here for us, so that we can tap into this energy, this new Earth energy that they are creating for us, this love energy, and that's one of the main things that they're doing for us, is holding space. He says whether you want to tap into our energy or you want to tap into a more high vibrational place here on Earth, regardless of what is happening here, it's the vibrational frequency of Earth is increasing and is getting more high vibrational. So people will be almost forced one way or another to kind of look at this, you know, type of high vibrational energy on Earth. They will be forced to lift in frequency. And if they refuse to do so, they won't even be here on Earth for much longer. Or they will incarnate more in the lower dimensions here on Earth. And I hear him saying one other thing. I almost feel like a laughter, sort of almost like it doesn't even matter. Like some of the things that we're worried about here on Earth right now, like they don't even matter that much. Like especially with like political things and things like that. It's not that they don't matter, but it's that there's a much bigger thing going on behind the scenes. This is just kind of a distraction for people. He says the more high vibrational way to look at it is just look at it as a whole grand scheme of thing, is that we are all one in this divine plan, and that all these other things are just extra. A lot of these other things. What is the real purpose? What is the real purpose behind all of this? Oh, you see these political things. You see these things being pitted up against each other. These people going at each other, against each other. But what is the whole purpose at the end of it? What is it? He's almost like saying everything's leading to a climax. Where is the Earth gonna go? Where is it gonna go? And these things that are happening for a reason, and leading us into a more of a place of oneness, of wholeness, within us. And there's no need to, have fear about this either in the future of what's going to happen, whether people call it a new world order or whether people call it other things. It's not what we're calling it. It's not a lot of things. There's a lot of fear, and they're just saying not to have fear about this and not to worry. And that's the main gist of what I feel their energy is. It's just holding that space for us of, not worrying at all, just being in a space of, pure love and wholeness. Okay, that's everything that I'm going to say today, and I will be going live about twice a month here in Intuitive Angel Messages. And if you would like to check out my YouTube channel, it is Paul Milgis. It is just my name. And then also I have a Facebook page called Paul Milgis Medium. And you can go check that out. And I'll leave that down in the comments. And I have my own group called Awaken with the Angels. And I have a lot of new plans for the future. And I'm thinking about doing a new course in the future with Kristen Davies and some other mediums, and it's going to be different than the mediumship course, which is really cool. And thank you for joining in, and that's really good. Sylvia is saying how to guard oneself best against negative energy and hold the light. How to guard. Being in a high vibrational space, you don't necessarily have to guard yourself or protect yourself. You're just whole within yourself. Nothing negative can affect you if you're going within and holding the light within yourself. So rather than looking at it, I need to protect myself, I need to kind of, guard myself. Look at it as, I am a high vibrational being of light and love, and nothing negative can affect me. It's like, for example, if you're in a state of fear of negative energies or negative entities or things like that, I need to protect myself. Every 10 minutes, I'm going to put up a shield around myself. Then you're attracting that fear. You're thinking that thought of fear every 10 minutes. If you have trust in yourself to be as a high vibrational being, you no longer need that. You are just that light. And especially with, having your angelic team around you, and you're having Archangel Michael moving to your home is a great, way to do this. And the same thing goes with saying, there's negative energies, I need to guard myself, or there's, the 5G or something like that, or just different things that are going on in our earth right now. There's 5G or something. If you are a high vibrational being and you have no fear of that, no fear, there's no way that this is really going to affect you. Things are happening on a multidimensional level with you, and if you're going to be fearful of these things, yes, they will affect you. Yes, they will. Your fear of energy weapons or 5G or something, they will affect you. But if you hold a space of trust and a knowing and allowing, trust in your angelic team to hold the space of light around you in your home and within yourself, you will have no problem with these things. Melody, I'm going to announce the course coming up here in the future, and that's going to be a really exciting thing. But I'm not going to release, what, it's going to be about. But you probably know what it's about. Anyways, thank you for joining in. It's been it's really fun for me to come live and interact with you guys. I'm going to be uploading this live to my YouTube channel on Paul Milgis, and I'm going to be coming out with some newer videos, which is going to be really awesome. So, bye everyone. It's been really awesome.